season was okay, but the ending, I was an emotional wreck by the time 13 Reasons Why ended. Guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is a collab with Blu-ray Talk, and we are going to review the last season of 13 Reasons Why, because why not? It is my favorite show. So let's dig in. Wow, they all are so grown-ups. If you ask me, this season was not about the story but about our characters. It didn't have a theme based season because it's the last season, of course, but we get to know more about our characters and the development they go through. The story is narrated with Clay this time, our favorite, our hero, my favorite at least. I love him. And Zach is a fucked up asshole this season, but you can't help it. Alex understands who he really is finally, and Clay goes through a traumatizing time. He sees ghosts of the past. Bryce, Monty, Hannah is not there, but because Hannah and her ghost has been haunting him since past season 2, so she's gone for good. And he is facing these hallucinations which are so traumatizing for him, and he's having anxiety and panic attacks. The best thing that happens is he finally goes for treating this. He meets Dr. Elman and takes therapy sessions, which was long due since season 1. So he finally understands his pain, his anxiety, and goes and treats it. And at moments in this season, you won't understand what is reality and what is his hallucinations, but that is a pretty good direction in there. And Justin, oh Justin.
Now, 13 Reasons Why has been one of the most divisive shows over the last few years, and I see why, but I don't quite get all the hate. So I'm just going to dive into my thoughts, go through the good, the bad, and then I'm going to give you all my score for the overall show. Now, in terms of the good for this new season, it's sort of like a return to form for me. I think it's the best season since season 1. See, in my opinion, season 1 is still the best season, but I think this comes in a very comfortable second. Because I remember watching season 2 and 3 and being very disappointed. Now, the reason I think this season is a lot better than the previous 2 seasons is because it takes a path that I did not expect him to go in, where with Clay and his mental health issues and his anxiety, and those scenes. And you've got these scenes with Clay and his psychiatrist doctor, and I think some of those scenes are really good scenes. On top of that, you've got some very emotional moments concerning a particular character in the final episode, which even I was in tears in that final episode. If you've seen it, you know what scene I'm on about.
So Justin has a very good character development this season. He is back from the rehab, he's doing good in school, and he also gets into a college but I love his character development because he is finally the good guy in his family, in the Jensen family. And can you just imagine, like, those scenes with the Jensen family is just so sweet and amazing, and that finally he has people to love. So next is Tony. Tony is in fights now, and Jessica is Jessica, like she is every season. But this season she takes better decisions for herself, which is a very good thing. And yeah.
Let's go into the bad now. Straight out the back for the bad. As soon as I first saw him in the scene, I thought they better not go down this way with this character. And that's the way they started. They sort of redeemed him a little towards the end. But apart from that, they ruined who, in my opinion, is one of the standouts throughout the weaker seasons, and that's Zach. They ruined him quite a bit, where he was just drunk the whole season, and just wandering around like a blubbering idiot, which I did not like at all. So yeah, there's that. There's also quite a bit of filler moments. Like, for instance, there's a whole filler episode about episode where they go, one of the episodes where they go off to like a camp or something like that, and Clay's got to the Clay and the gang have all got to confront their like demons and that. It's like, what's going on? And then the final negative I'm going to talk about is the amount of fake reveals. The amount of time they were like, oh, such a person is here, as he's back. You know, there's a scene where Clay is on the football field, and then there's a guy. Then the audience see someone who's been stabbed, and then the camera. Clay's trying to save him. Then the camera turns, and it's just a dummy, and it's like, why would you play with our emotions like that? I do not get it, and it just doesn't really make for entertainment. Like, I don't mind it the first couple of times, but then I didn't mind it the first time, but then after that I was like, right, every time there seemed to be a reveal I was like, well, this is just going to be in Clay's mind, isn't it? And 9 times out of 10 it was all in Clay's mind.
Season comes
overall,
from the characters trying to cope up with the cover-up they made previous season, and there are some filler elements here and there to just drag the episode to an hour. So yeah, Charlie and Winston, can we just talk about them? They are so good additions to the story, because Winston is Monty's fling, not even a boyfriend, who comes back to guess or even find out the truth, like did Monty really kill Bryce? But he is so beautiful and his character is also great. Charlie is a sweetheart and he is so amazing the entire season. Like, you cannot but fall in love with him. The story picks up pace in episode 4, because the first 3 episodes are like just going on, and I liked that episode. Actually, many didn't like, but it was an entertaining episode. And when the actual secret is out, I'm like, oh, that happened, because the episode ended on quite a question mark, like who was doing what was happening, but it was entertaining. And then the story picks up pace on episode 7 ending, and then you are like, yes, we have a show back, something is happening, and then something very sad happens after that. So the finale, let's talk about that. It is full of spoilers, so I'm not gonna talk about what happens in the episode, but trust me, it was so emotional and so heart-wrenching. But it was so good to see like all our main characters coming together for one last time before they start their new life. And Clay's speech was so beautifully written, which explains the show so good, what they wanted to give the message to the audience. So that speech is something. It talks about high school being hard, about suicide, about the people he lost in his life, and that whatever it is, we have to go on. So that is a very, very inspiring speech. And after that, it's Justin's essay, which is another emotional aspect of the episode at the end, where he says to Clay that he is my brother, he is the positive influence, and that it is because of him that he is alive at the first place. This is just so amazing, the closure they gave to Clay and Justin's relationship. Like, I am gonna remember this episode forever. So the ending is just so satisfying for all the fans out there, and it is just so good. Like, I don't know about the season, but the ending, I can just speak about the ending, that it was just too amazing. I just like felt that I'm back to season 1 again. And yeah, the show is finally ended. Like, many of them were like, why season 2, why season 3, and now why season 4? This show has got a lot of positive and negative backlash, so I am one of them who votes for the positive part. But I'm definitely going to miss this show and its writing and its cinematography and its direction, everything. Like, the actors, everything, they are just so amazing, and the acting of every person in the show is so good. You can't just deny that. So yeah.
Overall for the entire show, I'd probably give 13 Reasons Why probably either 5 or 6 out of 10. If you just had season 1 and went straight to season 4, it could be about a 7 or 8. But because of those 2 mediocre seasons we had in the middle, I can't warrant going above a 6. So that's my thoughts. Back over to you.
Thank you guys for watching. Do tell your views about how did you like this season, and also huge shout outs to Blu-ray Talk. You can subscribe to his channel, link is in the description, and my collab with him is going to come out soon on his channel, so I hope this is a success, and do subscribe to my channel. So yeah,